The Spurs game plan for me, I think it was below average. I won't say it failed. It was below average. I would say they couldn't generate rim pressure. While you're generating rim pressure means that you're also able to generate more free throws. And that didn't happen for Darren Fox because he had zero free throws in game one. They were relying on threes. You can't rely on threes. I know they shot a bit better. They were shooting a bit better against the Oklahoma City series, but this one you can't rely on threes because there's no secondary playmaking behind Fox. Dylan Napa will always be on the bench when Fox is up. So once Fox is up, you need to be able to make the necessary adjustment to put yourself in a better position to succeed. I saw the defensive rotations, they were a bit late for San Antonio. They were not moving fast as the New York team was faster. They were more desperate. They even looked like a team that had been more active up until game seven. I know San Antonio Spurs may be banged up, and the fact that they got into a game seven, fatigue can also come in. But generally, they still needed to meet that pace. New York was playing too much faster than them. And the bench also provided no defensive resistance. The bench of San Antonio gave them points, but they did not come in to defend properly. That was the problem. And this also takes me to the statistics that kind of wraps up my entire story. Field goal percentage, Knicks were 41%, Spurs were 36%. That's already a difference of about 5%. And New York has the edge. 3-point percentage, Knicks was 31%, even though they didn't shoot well. But the Spurs were worse than them with 26%. That's another, problem. Turnovers, the Knicks had 8, Spurs had 13. That's the problem. How can you have 13 with a Wembyama on your team? If you look at steals, Knicks had 8 steals, while Spurs had 4. Offensive rebounds, Spurs had 14, Knicks had 10, but it was low impact. The rebounds were coming at the wrong time, not at the clutch moments. Bench points, Spurs had 32, Knicks had 34. So the impact minutes are the most important thing here. But the paint points, New York was plus 12, while Spurs were minus 0. No paint points at all. They were just shooting from outside the arc. And what it means now is it's not a fluke. The New York, they are very deliberate about the way they are approaching San Antonio. The physicality, the discipline. The real problem is the San Antonio team did not expect this level of physicality from New York. Or is it that they are also, tired? They are going through fatigue after getting to, a game 7 again against an Oklahoma City Thunder. Jaron Fox needs to continue to stay aggressive. I saw that he has 20 points in game 2, but I've not done my full analysis of game 2. But game 1, he was not aggressive at all. He was just taking life easy. Wemby needs to get into deeper catches, and Wemby also needs to give them more points. 29 points may not be enough. 26 points may not be enough. He needs to probably be doing 40-41, monster performance, for them to give themselves a chance. Vassell now needs to start hitting shots. They're not as consistent as before. Castle must stay out of foul trouble for them to really have a chance to win this series. And the bench defense must also improve, not bench points. Because Keldon Johnson and the other guys will come in and give you points. But from the bench, they are not helping in defense. New York is defending at a very high level and everybody is doing his own parts. Everybody on San Antonio too must be able to do the same while they are coming from the bench. So for me, I feel that the Spurs are still missing a veteran floor stabilizer. That kind of vibe that you get from like a Mike Conley, Malcolm Brogdon kind of thing. They are not getting it. Apart from Darren Fox, if Darren Fox does not perform, Dylan Napa is still young. And that's why if you look at it generally, I don't think you can put him under so much pressure. Dylan Napa is still young. But if you are not getting that kind of movement that you really want from Darren Fox, there's no other point guard that can really stabilize. If Chris Paul was still there, maybe he would have been able to stabilize for them. But Chris Paul is retired now. And right now, if Darren Fox cannot give you what you're looking for, you have to bring in maybe a Dylan Napa, or, just have to manage, with one of your shooting guards to also support you and find a way to get it done. You understand? So thank you very much for staying till the end. This is just my analysis on the playoffs so far.